Wayne's World. Wait. Oh, wait. Sorry, not that. Oh, okay.
Hey guys, this is Brad and Mike from Dallas Geek, and today we're going to talk about movie sequels. When are they necessary? Why are they necessary? And when were they just a cash grab? Mike?
Oh, am I supposed to talk now?
I mean...
Okay, sorry. No. Why
Unless you want to pay
necessary?
attention to your little Snapchat notifications. I mean...
Why are they necessary? Because studios want to make money.
So, I think a good sequel comes around when there actually is more story to tell, and it's not just making up a new story because somebody wants another movie of that type.
Really? Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Empire Strikes Back.
Episodes 1 through 3.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. You know how I feel about Spider-Man 2.
I love the fact that you just threw Spider-Man 3 under the bus like that after so long of attempting to defend it.
I will still defend it. There was still a lot of good in that movie. But that movie was a total cash grab because Sony was like, hey, you have to put Venom in this movie. Well, that's not really what I had. No, Venom's going to be in this movie.
Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Dear Lord. You are to never mention that movie in my presence, and you know it.
Temple of Doom.
Actually, it's grown on me over the years.
Really?
Originally I hated it, but it's grown on me. I mean, I'm not a fan of the actress that they chose for it. What was her name?
God. Who cares? She was terrible.
But honestly, I thought that the story that they were able to give for Indiana Jones had enough merit to work. It took me a while to get around the rougher aspects.
I mean, look, any cynic will sit there and be like, oh, a sequel was made because the studio made money on the first one and they want to make money on the second one.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you can look at movies like The Goonies, no sequel. You can look at... There's not too many of them, are there?
What? That don't have sequels?
Yeah.
I would have said Blade Runner, but we know it's happening later this year.
More of a reboot. Forrest Gump.
Oh, no, that's a sequel. It's not a reboot, it's a sequel.
Yeah, but they're going to... Yeah, well, that's true.
Well, it's a sequel based on the director's cut, not the theatrical.
But Forrest Gump, no sequel.
Yes.
There's a second book. But there wasn't a second movie.
True.
Because Jenny decided to go off and fight for the Amazons. Spoiler alert.
I think we're getting franchises crossed here now.
Right, sorry. No, like any cynic will sit there and say that a sequel is made because the studio thinks that it's going to make money.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to
a certain extent...
Movies don't get greenlit unless the studio thinks it's going to make money.
That has to be a thing even for the original, let alone any sequels that come after.
Like the Saw franchise. Which there were 14 of, or at least it feels like it. Now it's getting rebooted.
Or Transformers, although that whole franchise feels more like a cash grab than anything.
Oh, that entire fucking franchise is a cash grab. Let's be totally honest. No, that deserves it. That deserves it. Especially after Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Try to unsee that shit. Yeah, good luck.
I've been trying.
Yeah, and I saw that in theaters.
That was your fault, dude.
I didn't pay for it, but I saw it.
That was your fault.
No, I snuck in. It was okay. Michael Bay didn't get my money.
That still means it was your fault.
True.
Because you chose
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't really choose it. We went there and it's like, hey, let's see Transformers. And I was like, yeah, you guys can just open a back door. I'm not paying for this shit.
My gosh.
But no, like, it's very much... I'm kind of one of those people that thinks like, oh, like, they made a sequel. Okay. This can either be Spider-Man 2, Terminator 2, Aliens,
Dark Knight,
or this could be Revenge of the Fallen. This could be Attack of the Clones. This could be Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Hey, Attack of the Clones dramatically improved on the Phantom Menace.
Sucked.
You're really going to say Phantom Menace was better? Honestly? if you go back and
really, truly, honestly,
if you go back and look at all 6 of the first 6 movies, you could actually get through the entire storyline without needing to watch The Phantom Menace, and you will lose nothing from context. Not a thing.
he made Natalie Portman look like she couldn't act. She's an Oscar winner.
He made Ewan McGregor look like he couldn't act, and that's saying something because the man's freaking amazing.
Like he made Christopher Lee look like okay.
Yeah, let's yeah.
I need to get off this.
We don't need to Lucas bash right now. He did,
although he deserves it.
He did enough good things for science fiction and Star Wars in general. I've learned to forgive him over the years. It was hard, but I've learned to forgive him because without him, we wouldn't have had so many amazing pieces of content and entertainment.
I don't disagree. All right, so, but back on.
And very quickly, because we are running short on time.
No, yeah. So like I said, the only reason a movie gets made is because the studio is going to make money off it, or they think that they will make money off of it. Dude, after that, it's good writing, good directing, good casting. That all will determine whether or not the movie's actually good. Now, in some instances, they are kind of made as trilogies. Like, I do think that the Sam Raimi series was set up as a trilogy. I think the Batman series was set up as a trilogy.
Oh,
like, Nolan even
easily.
said that he wanted to do his 3 movies over the course of X amount of years and be done with it.
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Right. I mean, although you could say that, well, the books were already there to set the precedent for it. But, I mean...
But then you have blatant cash grabs like The Hobbit, where one book was stretched out into 3 movies and
it didn't have nearly that much in the actual book.
No, there's a lot in those movies that didn't actually happen,
and you can't even say that all of the extra stuff came from
the Silmarillion or stuff like
or
that,
anything else that Tolkien wrote, because Peter Jackson flat out said he wrote quite a bit of that extra stuff to fill in the gaps.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean, it was just a thing.
So, but like I said, there are some. But like one of my favorite trilogies is Back to the Future, and that wasn't really planned as a trilogy.
Yeah,
they did the first one, and then I believe they came back 4 or 5 years later with number 2.
But when you go in and you look at the stories that were told, the stories make sense in context with each other,
right,
and they do in fact add on to each other as you go from one to the next to the next.
Right. So
there was an actual storytelling purpose to it.
Right. I guess my argument would be, as long as the story's cohesive, as long as it flows from movie to movie, and as long as the movie's good, who cares?
Yeah.
Now, when you're getting like Transformers 5 and Transformers 6, then we have a problem. Yep. Then we have a problem. So are they really necessary?
Not always.
Is any movie really necessary?
Yeah.
I just want some meta shit on you. Deal with it.
But I mean,
no, that would be the argument. Did that movie really need to be made in the first place?
Yeah, and the answer is whether or not it did or didn't need to be made.
Right.
Did it add anything worthwhile?
Right.
If it did, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares if it needed to be made or not?
Right.
It was worth it.
Exactly.
But if it's a bad movie, if it is a decent movie but hurts the overall story of the original, then that kind of that makes it not worth it.
For sure.
So anyway,
that's where I stand. And that's all I've got to say about that.
You're really going after the Forrest Gump quotes here, aren't you?
Yeah.
With that, that's about all we got. So this is Brad and Mike from Dallas Geek. See ya.